finally lumabas na rin si Redmi 13. Si Redmi 13 is being powered by the MediaTek Helio G91 Ultra. Malaki ang kanyang display at 6.8 inch, and it also comes together with a 90Hz screen refresh rate. Maganda ang kanyang glass back design, which I really like. It also comes together with a 5,030 mAh of battery and a 33 watts of fast charging brick. All of that for below 8,000 pesos. Sulit nga ba? Pag-usapan natin. Now, si Redmi 13 na may 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage would come at a price point of 7,999, which I'll post on the link on the description box below kung saan na siya pwede mabili. One of the things na pansin ko sa kanya is yung free niya ng jelly case is, well, so-so lang. Hindi ganun kagandahan. So I did bought myself a good case from Shandy, which looks like this. Pag kinabit mo, kampante yung loob ko, no, kahit mahulog ko to dahil protected ang mga kanto nito. And this is known to be a drop resistance case. I've been using mga Shandy Beetle case for quite some time and I'm really happy with yung kanyang performance. Lalo na kung madalas mo mahulog ang phone mo, consider buying a case like this. Stylish din naman siya. Check it out from Shandy Philippines and Shandy Masangkay. Na pagdating sa design niya, I really love yung glass back niya. It looks really stylish and medyo binigyan na ng effort this time around dito sa kanyang phone. And ang color na hawak ko right now is the ocean blue. And these are the camera modules dito na medyo may kunting pagkaumbok. Though hindi naman siya ganun kakapal. Though pag nilagay mo siya sa table, expect mag-wobble siya kasi medyo angat talagang kanyang camera module. One thing to expect here is that meron pa siyang audio jack dito. Except that this is only a single loud firing speaker. Dahil ang kanyang loudspeaker is only one here sa ilalim. Good news sa inyo, this is a hybrid, so you can put dalawang 4G SIM or isang micro SD expansion plus isang 4G SIM. Now, there's a ring light looking dito na ilaw sa likod, which akala ko una mala halo effect ng Vivo, but well, it's just dalawang bulb dito which mas maliwanag sa ibabaw at saka sa ilalim, and on the side medyo diffuse lang konti. So, hindi equal ang distribution ng ilaw dito sa likod, which could have been perfect for vlogging. Pero medyo mas harsh sa ibabaw at sa ilalim nga lang. Overall, the design is good. Meron siya plastic back, plastic frames, and Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. Medyo malaki nga lang kanyang camera module and medyo makapal din ang kanyang baba. So, those are the expectations sa phone nito. But overall, the feel is pretty good and solid. Now, si Helio G91 Ultra is a, well, for me, a very basic na processor. It only scored me is 278,000 points dito sa Antutu benchmark. And if you further break it down, this is the score. Mababa rin ang kanya nakuha dito sa Wildlife Extreme, pero 99% naman kanya stability. This is the score na nakuha ko dito sa Geekbench, CPU benchmarking, and dito sa GPU benchmarking. Meron isang workload na nag-fail kaya medyo mababa ang kanya score. Thermos is not really looking so good kasi meron siya mga few red lines dito along the way, and it throttled to 78% ng kanyang best performance. And another upside nga pala dito sa phone is that even at this price point, this is running inside Android 14 and this one has HyperOS na version 1. Now, this phone has a 5,030 mAh of battery size, which is okay, industry standard, nothing really special. 33 watts ang kanyang fast charging brick, which is not so bad for a price point like this. On the other smartphones and ibang brands, you might only get a 18 watts or even just a 10 watts na charger. Ito, 33 watts siya. For me, it's a good sign dito sa phone. So, charging your phone from 0 to 100 takes you around mga an hour and you have to fill up the tank. And on day-to-day usage, average usage, kaya niya magtagal ng 1 whole day, walang problema. And based sa aking manual na testing dito sa kanyang screen on time, it gave me roughly mga 13.5 hours na screen on time dito. And it is tested under 50% brightness and 60Hz screen refresh rate. Now, this phone rocks a 6.8-inch na IPS LCD and it also comes together with a 90Hz screen refresh rate. One of the things na pansin ko medyo hindi ko masyado gusto is that medyo malaki ang kanyang punch hole dito sa kanyang front-facing camera and quite thick din ang kanyang mga bezels dito. So, yung viewing experience dito is less enjoyable compared sa mga medyo mas bezel-less na displays. Now, one of the upside naman dito sa kanya, meron siyang 90Hz screen refresh rate. So, if you're the type of person na mahilig mag-scroll sa Facebook, sa Twitter, and sa TikTok, okay, wala mong magiging problema dito dahil okay naman kanyang screen refresh rate, fast naman mag-respond respond except siguro kung medyo pangit lang yung internet, medyo maglalag siya ng konti. Now, since this one has a level 1 na wideband security level, you can watch HD dito sa phone na ito. And browsing on YouTube, mga videos dito na pinapanood ko, okay siya, decent, but just don't expect it to be as good as a AMOLED display. Just to set your expectation right. Now, since this one only has one loud firing speaker dito, kung medyo hindi ka kontento, you can always use your audio jack. But pakinggan na muna natin kung gaano kaganda rin ang kanyang sounds dito. Okay naman kanyang sounds, hindi lang ganang kalakasan. Alam ko naman this is not really too much of a gaming phone, but I did try Call of Duty Mobile and Farlight 84. Call of Duty Mobile, feel ko okay naman kanyang gameplay, though at times you'll feel some frame drops along the way. So, habang tumatakbo ako, pansin ko parang, teka, parang binaril ko na yung kalaban pero ba't ako yung namatay? Mafe-feel mo yung slight lag ng pag-aim mo. So, doon ka madadali ng kalaban, no? So, probably you have to lower down a bit ng graphical settings, which I did, to make it a little bit more smoother. Now, pagdating naman sa Farlight 84, equally said, sinagad ko din naman sa best na kaya niya, but mafe-feel mo talaga, lalo na kung nagsuscope ka, no? Nagsusniper ka, yung pag-zoom in mo, mafe-feel mo yung delay ng scope mo, which will probably cause you na matatalo ka kasi medyo may slight delay ka talaga sa pag-aim. And while running and jumping, mafe-feel mo talaga there will be some small na frame drops along the way. And after playing for 1 hour, uminit siya up to 46 degrees Celsius based sa aking machine na thermal scanner. Napag-usapan na natin ang kanyang camera. Sabi ni Xiaomi, this one has a 108MP na main camera sensor together with a 2MP na macro lens, which honestly, I rarely use a macro lens, but well, good to have one, but not really helpful. Could have been better if it's a depth sensor or a ultra-wide. Then it can only shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps. Sa harap, it's a 13MP which can also shoot you up to 1080 and 30. So, pag-usapan na natin some of the outdoor shot na nakuha natin dito sa Redmi 13. And taking some greens like this one, I can say, okay, yung kanyang colors are quite natural. Hindi siya oversaturated like the other Redmi lines, like the Redmi Note 13. And taking a look at some of the mga ganong bato, you'll see clear details naman sa kanya, which is preserved naman dito sa kanyang shot. And taking a look at some flower shot like this, you'd capture a lot of details, lalo na sa kanyang mga petals. And further taking some shots from flowers, makita mo okay, but since puti ito at medyo maliwanag ang araw, medyo nag-overexpose na ng konti. But some flowers like this one, well, pretty much magandang details na nakuha ko. And some greens like this looks pretty natural. And taking some flower bud shot like this is quite good. Now, pag ninala mo naman sa indoor low light, this camera can perform. And okay naman, mga shots niya is quite okay, decent. Nothing really special about sa mga shots na nakuha ko dito. And taking some bean shot, okay, pero medyo parang sunog lang nga siyang tingnan. One thing that's preserved dito sa kanya is that pag nag-portrait effect ka, makita mo yung subject niya is very clear and yung background blurriness pretty decent. And taking some shot like this, naka-emboss dito sa baso na ito, which looks quite clear and preserve ang kanyang details. I did try ang kanyang zoom shot, say normal shot, and this say 3x zoom shot. Well, okay pa rin mga words dito sa menu board. Na kung hiling mo naman yung full shot, take a look at some of this full shot na nakuha ko. Quite good. Okay naman siya, no? Siguro medyo a little bit dark. Hindi na masyado na-enhance yung kanyang color into making it a little bit more, mas litaw ng konti. But overall, the shot is not bad for its price point. Looking at selfie shot, quite clear ang mga shot na ito. And there are quite some details na na-preserve sa aking mukha, though medyo na-enhance siya ng konti via AI. And taking a look at some indoor shot, okay siya as long as okay lighting. Pero kung medyo low light, pansin mo medyo hirap siya konti. And taking a groupie shot looks quite okay as well. Now, pagdating naman sa audio while recording together with this phone, I used a Maono na MW620, which the video I took using the rear camera. Ito, samples. Guys, right now, nagbablog tayo using the Redmi 13. And this is a very basic na entry-level smartphone from Xiaomi. And of course, gamit natin is the Maono na WM620 series na microphone. So, this is a very slick, very small na microphone which I think any content creator can use. And sabi na dito sa spec sheet, meron siyang noise cancelling, meron din siyang pang streaming, and pwede mo rin siya i-monitor while you're talking. Pakita ko sa inyo. Actually, gamit ko siya right now, no? Normally, mga case ng mga microphone is a little bit big. Pero dito, very small, very compact. Ganon kaliit lang, no? Parang makeup kit lang siya. And binili ko purple para in case I wear mga dark shirt like this one, kita mo may microphone pa rin. Hindi pitch black, halos wala ka makita. Para medyo may iba lang konti. And yung isa, the other one, nakakabit sa aking Redmi 13 right now, ginagamit ko for vlogging, yung kanyang receiver, which is a Type-C one. So, ang kanyang clamshell case is looking like this. Pag tinara mo, charging port is here. And dito sa likod, either you go for itong clip or meron siyang magnet base na sinama nila sa loob ito, magnet ng button, which is I think very helpful, very useful. I mas feel ko kasi yung naka-magnet siya compared sa naka-clip dito sa aking collar, which medyo mas nilang ganun kaganda tingnan, no? Just personal preferences. So dito, pwede mo ikabit yung lavalier mic kung gusto mong may wired pa rin papunta sa'yo. Then ito, pwede mo itago sa likod. And meron sa mga buttons dito, this is the mute button, this is the gain button. On the other side, nandiyan ang kanang power button, and of course, nandiyan ang kanang noise cancelling button. Sa ilalim, Type-C siya, so you can plug in your Type-C na headset para pwede mo monitor while you're talking. So right now, we're talking with the noise cancelling on. Off natin. This is the sound pag naka-off naman ng noise cancelling. Can you tell the difference? So guys, if you're out there content creating and you want a really nice, decent mic na hindi ganun kamahal, check the link on the description box below para sa Maono WM620 series. And remember guys, ang dami ng color na pwede pagpilian. Nagkataon na purple lang pinili natin. See you in my next vlog. And if you're using the rear camera to take a vlog, I would say shaky, nakakahilo, but the quality is not so bad. And if you're using the front-facing camera while walking, well, equally nakakahilo and quality is just average. Now guys, ano masasabi ko sa Redmi 13? It's a very budget-friendly phone which comes together with a price point of 7,999. And honestly, the feel is good, the design is not so bad, and the camera is pretty decent naman for its price point. Just don't expect a good gaming experience dito sa phone na ito, and watching videos together with the whole barkada, it's pretty decent. And another good thing pa rin naman dito is that it has the audio jack and it has a micro SD expansion. So would you buy this phone? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends, and it's up to this channel, it's definitely awesome. I'll see you in the next one. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.